Uneducated, unfiltered, unhinged. This is the Mangina Dialogues. We at it again with your host Nick Scopes and the Gregolicious. You know how we do, cause you know we keeping it gangster and silly. Unplugged like a full swung titty. Bout get jitty, cause you know we down to the nitty and the gritty. And we make shit sound so damn pretty. Yeah, cause this unhinged comedy. And right now you're in the mix, so get ready, cause we bout to get it poppin'. And we ain't stopping.
Uneducated, unfiltered, unhinged. This the Mangina Dialogues. We at it again. Yeah, we at it again. Uneducated, unfiltered, unhinged. This the Mangina Dialogues. We at it again. Yeah, we at it again. Yeah, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Mangina Dialogues. I am your host, Nick Scopoletti.
And I'm the Gregolicious.
And our guest today, all the way from my hometown of Mamaroneck, New York, Kaitlyn Murphy. What's up, girl?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you? What do you think of that song?
Honestly, you told me not to laugh, but I was really into it. And
You're the only one.
Listen, which one of you was that? Who sang it? I mean,
So
rapped it.
tell her the story, because Greg got that made somehow. It's pretty ridiculous what he did.
It's amazing what you can do with $15.
That was only $15.
And we got a complete puppet video.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's ready to leave.
I'll pull it up. We can look
you
at
just
it.
did that like as you volunteered?
Yeah, I have a relationship with a bunch of puppets. And for $15, they'll create hip-hop songs for me.
This is where I wish we had video, because Kaitlyn's face right now is just
What is going
priceless.
Oh, it's like,
That's literally
that's it.
that's it. Puppets rapping.
It looks like a thumb rapping. Like a thumb with a big paper cut rapping.
I never really thought about that.
I don't know what he has stuck up the butt of that puppet.
Yeah, I love the little guy on the side. Wow. Very cool.
There's only so much you need to
it's
see.
good to know. I always love to make new connections, you know?
Well, this puppet guy's the best if you
I
need a
love a
puppet
good-
guy.
Speaking of
Good
new
puppeteer.
connections, old connections, thank you for coming all the way here.
Yeah, no
There's
problem.
a lot of traffic. Now, he brought you down memory lane a little bit.
Yes, it did. So obviously I went to the wrong spot on the other side of the train station.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. That's all right.
And, well,
my
why? Does that
fault.
happen to everyone? Because that's the address you
We
give.
do. Don't yell at me.
I was going to tell you, maybe you should give a different address.
I
I
actually
asked
don't
Greg.
give the address. I always say the pizza joint.
I was
next door.
gonna.
Yeah.
I fucked up. It's my
Yeah,
fault.
now I'm here and I'm looking at these
I
kids
wanted
who
you
are
to-
going off to New York City or something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, Mangina.
Is that an office? Like,
Yeah, I
How
was
do you
like,
get there?
when you sent it, I said it to him. I was like, may I ask why we're meeting at a train station?
I told her.
Like,
it's
I'm
our
gonna
sex
come
trafficking.
either way. You know, but
It's our sex trafficking business.
yeah.
Yeah, that's on the side. So what happened?
So I when I was coming back around this way, I took a wrong turn. I'm so glad I did, because I passed by the restaurant that my ex-boyfriend officially broke up with me at. Yeah. We had already broken up on the phone. But you know, he was a quote unquote good guy. So then he said, yeah, we can meet up in person. So we met up in person, and I was like, I'm going to win him back. Ladies, the way to win a guy back is to not show up hysterically crying.
good to know. Good to know.
I couldn't even talk to the waitress. I was like, please go away. I didn't eat, and he was just like, ooh, it was bad.
Did you guys go through the whole dinner?
It was lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
what'd you
Yeah.
have? What'd you order?
It was, I don't know. I couldn't eat it. And that's honestly, that really is, when we broke up, that was my first heartbreak. And that, you know, they say the first one's the worst. And I think that's true, because no one else has made me that upset since then.
When?
This was 4 years ago.
I think they changed the name of the restaurant because of that.
Maybe, honestly, because I came out, I was like, oh, please, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I'm sure. And then though, just to, really, I'll be honest. So he was a good guy. He had already gotten me a Christmas gift. And it was a Claddagh ring. I don't know if you know what a Claddagh ring is. It's a very nice ring. It's part of the Irish culture. Yeah, it's the heart, the hands, and the crown. And he got that. He was like, I already got this for you. I want to give it to you. And I was like, whoa, what does this mean? He's like, I still care about you. And I'm like, stop, don't say that. Don't. I lost the ring a few months later. So.
You mean pawned it?
No, I really did lose it. I really did. It was while I was babysitting. I lost it in the backyard. It's probably in like a lawnmower, stuck in a lawnmower somewhere.
Traded it for a Guinness and Jameson shot at some Irish bar somewhere.
Yeah.
That's fucking unbelievable. How long did you guys date?
We're not going to talk about that.
Okay, cool. So you're a comedian.
Yes.
You're fucking very funny.
Thank you.
How did you get started in all this?
So I've always been into like entertainment and stuff like that. I always had like a dream of performing on some level. But I went to college to be a teacher, and I had a plan that I was going to be a teacher. But while I was in college, is there a phone ringing?
Could be Greg's.
Is that yours or is it mine?
I don't know.
I don't know what. It could be mine. Mine's going on. No, it's not mine. I think it's yours.
No.
That's weird.
Could be in another room somewhere.
Maybe it's the train. Maybe it's this. Maybe.
Oh, it's the cab stand.
Oh, okay.
Thought it was your ex calling you.
Okay, no. He's like, I hear you. No, so in college, though, I got into improv. So I always did like theater and stuff in high school, and I did theater in college, but then I got into improv in college, and I got addicted to people laughing at me. So then,
it's an addiction.
Yeah, so then I finished up my my degree to become a teacher, but then like last semester I told my parents, I was like, I want to do acting and stuff. I still didn't really realize I wanted to be a stand-up, and they were like, oh boy, okay. And so yeah, then after that I started like doing open mics and stuff. And
so never went to pursue the teaching thing after. You were just like,
where'd you go to college?
Marist.
I almost went to Marist.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Poughkeepsie, lovely town.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right. I was actually,
jest.
I was just up there on Friday for a show at the bar that like, I couldn't even tell you how many times I got blacked out at that bar.
Was it next to the Chance by any chance?
No, I didn't go to the Chance too much. It was like, the Chance was more a thing that went on my freshman year, and then I think it shut down.
For letting in underage people?
Probably something like that. This was Mahoney's.
Oh.
Mahoney's, yeah.
How was that show?
It was good. It was good. They have a nice club up there, Laugh It Up Comedy Club. They put it in the back room, and it's the guys are really cool. That audience, like specifically, I'll be honest, they fucking sucked, but
Why?
But they just weren't reactive to like anything. Like they, it didn't even seem like they wanted to be there. It was just one of those crowds, that like
been there.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
At our C grape show.
What the fuck?
It's just drunk 60-year-old men like, you're not funny. Oh, you
like,
guys
who
suck.
are you? What to say?
What are you doing over here?
Yeah. But,
So when did you start? So you're doing improv, you get out of college, and you just started doing mics?
Yeah, it's actually really funny the way I got into stand-up was that when I was still in college, MTV was coming to and holding auditions for this new show that they were doing, and it was about like the name of the show was Say It in Song, and they wanted to like use a song to use a message that someone wanted to give to someone and surprise them with the song and the message. So like the best example is like engagement, like, someone proposing,
Right.
like using one of those songs, but doing that in other scenarios with other messages or surprises. I didn't get what it meant, but I just knew MTV was coming, so I went to the audition. And I brought my friend with me who had been on MTV once before on MTV Made. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't know, maybe that'll help our chances. You've already been on MTV, like come with me. And he was someone he was like the first person to be like, you know, you really, like, I think you could really do this, like go into like comedy and acting and all that. And I'm like, okay, so come with me. So we go to this thing, and they really liked our story, actually, that, you know, he was very supportive of me and like giving me this like push to go and pursue comedy. So we actually got chosen, but I didn't know. And they did a whole thing, and they surprised me at a movie theater, and it was like, you know, Kaitlyn, you could do this, and like they had me on the big screen, and it was like a quick like trailer type thing. Like my whole family came, and all the way up to Poughkeepsie. It was really cool.
Wow.
And my friend was like, Kaitlyn, like you could do this, and the song they played was "Firework" by Katy Perry, like literally so cliche.
The best song ever.
Yeah.
It's a
You
great
know,
song.
like
It's my
I
theme song.
always feel like a paper bag, you know, plastic bag. I'm sorry, plastic.
They're illegal in the state of Connecticut now. So
Oh, that's why it was not letting me get here. No, so yeah, we did that, and then it was really cool. I was still in college though when that happened, and then in like August after, so now I'm graduated from college, MTV called back and they were like, we want to do a follow-up episode with like where you're at now. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they were like, okay, well, do you have a show coming up doing stand-up? And I was like, actually, I haven't done stand-up yet. Is that bad? They were like, even better. And so the first time I did stand-up was in front of MTV cameras.
That's amazing.
holy shit!
It was ridiculous.
Where at?
It was at the Producers Club. They basically like set up a fake show, and it was at the Producers Club in New York City. They hired extras to come in to play the audience members. And yeah, and that was my first time doing it. And there was a comedian in the audience who actually works. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Adam Lucidi. He's a great guy, Adam Lucidi. Hello, if you're listening. I think he's
Definitely
like out.
is.
He found love or something, so he left New York. Good for him. Good for you, dude.
Won't
Again,
last.
if you're listening. No, but he like gave me his card. He was like, yeah, like that was pretty good. You know, hit me up. And so I hit him up, and he helped me like find some places to go, and I did some bringer shows, and then I was doing open mics, and yeah, then it kind of just all started happening from there. It was it's a funny way
That's
to
so
start.
like, yeah. If you were like, all right, first I went to an open mic in Bridgeport,
Yeah.
Connecticcut. That was my first.
Yeah, no.
In
Are
front
those
of
episodes
MTV.
on like line now? Can you find them on YouTube and stuff?
Yeah, they're on MTV. Ugh, the annoying part was that, you know, I was bragging about it. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be on MTV. It went everywhere around the world except America. So it never aired on MTV America. It aired in like MTV Australia, MTV Ireland, MTV wherever the hell you can think of.
So you might have a huge following in Belgium.
I don't think I do.
Never know.
We actually have callers from Belgium on the line.
Look at that.
You guys want to talk to Kaitlyn Murphy?
Yeah,
So that was the first time. How long did you go for?
they had me do, I think, 7 minutes.
What'd you talk about?
I don't know. Nothing that
You
I do
black
now.
out a lot. I feel like nothing that I do.
Nothing
now.
that I do now. I mean, I had one joke. The first joke I ever wrote was going to the gym. Hold on, let me make sure I get it right. Let me say it in my head first. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, I don't tell this joke anymore. Okay, here it is. Going to the gym is just like using your vibrator. It's a process, but you never regret it.
I knew this
Something like
fucking
that.
soundboard would come in handy.
Something like that.
Oh my God, you went right into it. Now, how
Yeah.
old are you? You're 22 at this point, right?
Yeah,
Fresh out of
22.
college.
Yeah.
And now you've been doing it for how long? 4? You said 4 years?
So yeah, now 4 years.
Jesus, man. Awesome. Now you're all over the place.
Yeah, trying. It's actually funny on the way here. So I still live at home with my parents, and my dad was like, "Okay, like where are you going?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going up to Connecticut to do a podcast." He was like, "Oh, what podcast?" And I was like,
Oh, no.
The Mangina Dialogues." He was like, "Oh, that should be interesting." He goes, "Up in Connecticut?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Wow, your name's really getting out there. I'm proud of you." I was like, "I just told you I'm going to do something called the Mangina Dialogues," and it followed up with, "I'm so proud of you."
Your dad's being very nice.
He is. No,
He's
my
being very
family's
supportive.
they're very supportive. Very
The
supportive.
reaction would have been much different if you would have said, call him daddy. You know that podcast?
Call her daddy.
Call her daddy. I'm sorry.
Call her?
Yeah.
Oh, like call her daddy.
Yeah.
Not like call her daddy.
No, call her
like
daddy.
call her dad.
Right.
Give her dad a call.
You don't.
Okay.
Jesus.
I never thought about it that much. Actually,
Text her father.
what I know is if your dad would have looked that one up, much different.
Yeah.
Much different.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's a little bit more aggressive.
And
They just talk about like guys they banged and shit like that.
And they call their dads?
They call a lot of people.
No, I don't know. I don't think.
I hope they don't call their dads.
It's like the #2 comedy podcast in the world.
I'll be honest, I don't listen to many podcasts.
Me neither. Even this one.
Yeah, same. Same. I don't listen to. Well, I listen to a lot of others. I listen to ours on occasion, but I hate listening to myself.
Oh, really?
I just hate it.
I actually listen to it mostly right before I go to bed, just to hear you, Nicholas.
Dude, I'll just come to your house. We live 20 minutes away from
Puts
each
me to
other.
sleep. It's very soothing.
Just over you, heavy breathing.
Heavy breathing, touching my ass. The normal things you do whenever I see you.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know
dude?
so many things.
Caitlin's like, what the fuck am I here for?
I feel safer now about the sex trafficking. I think it's more between you guys.
It's dudes only, so
only,
you're,
I feel
you're
better.
completely safe.
It's funny.
You're the ringleader.
It's true.
All right.
El Chapo.
So get into a little bit of what you do, because you we're the same. We're in the fitness space, right?
Yeah.
Like we're in the fitness
Yeah,
space
'cause you're
during the day
personal trainer, right?
at Equinox down the street there. Yeah.
And I ride a Peloton.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, my ass kills all the time.
That's what I don't get about biking. Like, does that ever go away? It's kind of like smoking weed. Like, does the burning in the back of your mouth ever go away? Does the burning on your butt ever go away from like doing spinning?
Do you teach spin too? Didn't we talk about this or no?
No, I don't teach spin.
I
I
don't
was
spin.
actually telling Bo last night because he called me and I was in the middle of spinning. And I'm like, I have to call you back. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm spinning. Right?
Around and around and around.
He's like, I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to know anymore. So I called him back and he's like, what the fuck were you doing? And I'm like, dude, if you saw what was going on here in this house, you would die. I'm like, I'm wearing bike shorts.
Oh boy.
That are padded. And the padding in the back is red. I look like a baboon.
Where'd you get them from?
Amazon.
I might have to get them.
It makes a significant difference, yet my ass still hurts.
Still hurts?
Yeah.
I don't get, why can't they make them? Why can't they make the seat of the bike with a little more cushion?
I've wondered the
Especially,
same thing.
think about it. Think about these skinny bitches who are spinning all the time. No wonder why they're so cranky.
They say you get used to it. I don't know how that's possible. Like if your ass hurts, your ass hurts.
Yeah.
Been
But
there.
I feel like it's the same thing like with smoking weed. Like they say you get used to like that feeling of it burning the back of your throat. I can't stand it. I can't.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Even like I don't like the only thing I ever drink is tequila really. And when everyone's like, yo, let's take a shot of Jameson or Fireball, I'm like, I will pour that shit out. Like I'll
Yeah.
be like, yeah, okay. And like throw it off to the side. I can't do it. It'll
Yeah.
ruin my night.
Ruin it.
I don't
Absolutely
like
ruin it.
shots in
Although
general.
I still have a taste for not Jameson, for Jägermeister. I don't know why.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I don't
Again, we need video for Caitlin's face.
I wish Jesse was here to capture that.
I know.
Who's Jesse?
He's the part of the sex trafficking ring. No, he's our camera
And
guy.
he has a great camera.
Jesse.
Like if you see any of the photos we posted or videos, it's all him doing it.
Oh, okay.
It's like all like the candids of us being stupid and whatever.
Yeah, it's too bad we missed that one.
So how'd you get into yoga? Let's get into that. Because you are teaching technically, right?
Yeah, I
Using your
teach
teaching
yoga.
skills.
Yeah. I teach. So I got into yoga. Well, one day I was just really angry.
I'm going to fucking stretch
There seems to be a theme with you.
What?
You just talked about being angrier earlier today, too.
Did I? Oh, I did. I
was
did.
hangry.
Listen, people think
Aggressive.
I come off much nicer than I actually am. No, just one day I was just having like a bad day. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to yoga. And I went to yoga and they got me with like the first week unlimited, pay $40 and come as many times as you want. And I was like, I'm coming as many times and getting the bang for my buck. And then after that week, I was like, I can't afford this. Like, so then I waited another
fuck
week.
am I doing?
And then I saw that they were doing like a month challenge, that they were giving a month unlimited for a discounted price. And like, if you came like 25 times, you got like a little like package, like prize package. And I was like, let's do it. Then I took a break for a while because I didn't complete the 20. I think I did 24 times, so I didn't get anything for free. And then there was no other promotions going on. I was like, I can't afford this. Then I decided to go back on another day that I was angry. And
What the fuck? World's angriest yoga teacher.
I come with a bat.
Yeah, right. So I went back, and then I was talking to someone, and I was just like, oh my God, I love it so much. I feel so much better. Like, I can't afford this. And she was like, why don't you talk to the front desk? They do like a program. You can work the front desk, and like your compensation is free classes. So it's like not like a full-time or not a part-time job. You just work like a certain amount of shifts, and each shift you work, you get a class.
You know who else does that?
Who?
Crack dealers.
Yeah. Well, it's an addiction.
They got to get that anger out.
Yoga becomes an addiction. But so I started working the front desk, and I was like, this will help me like keep up with my practice, and maybe I'll be less angry. And so then I did that, and then I decided, I saw like the schedule and how like the teachers and what they did, and I was like, this seems like a good day job to do with comedy. And I guess it is. So I went and I got certified and stuff, and then over time, a position opened up at the same studio that I had continued working at as like the karma, working the front desk to get the free classes. So that was like the beginning of this year. I started the job as assistant manager and teaching at the studio, and that's how it started.
Very cool.
You getting any good material out of that?
Not too much. I mean, I feel like eventually, I was actually talking about this the other day. I like need time to like really like sit on something to like for it. If it's something personal and something I'm like living in, I become almost so like used to the certain things that are going on that like I feel like I would have to take a step back from yoga and working in the studio to really like think about the things going on to make jokes out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No. But okay.
Sort of. So you're saying
like I need to take myself out of it.
Step away from the situation for a sec.
Yeah, because like I started telling more jokes. Like when I worked at a restaurant, I started telling more jokes about it when I wasn't working as much. Just because it becomes like numb. You become numb to the ridiculous stuff that happens.
I'm pretty much numb to Nick's humor at this point.
You're funny.
I know.
Your butt's numb. Anyway. Boom.
It's
full circle.
It's the
Call back.
It's the Peloton, not you, tough guy.
Whatever, man. So you've been doing this for 4 years now, and you're ripping shit. Do you have like a manager? Someone's booking you because you're going to like you're just in Atlantic City. You're doing all this dope shit.
No, I don't have a manager or an agent. I just book for stand up. I just book everything on my own. You just got to keep making connections.
How many nights a week?
I would say on average like 4 to 5 nights a week.
And are they shows that you're promoting yourself, or are they like you're just wherever you can go?
Wherever I can go. So like I'm lucky that I live pretty close to the city, so I go down to the city a lot. I'll get spots down there, and I'll do spots up in like Westchester, and then sometimes upstate and stuff.
Did you do that? I think I saw you did that new club in Westchester,
White Plains.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you do that?
I'm close with I know the guy who's running it. I've been working with him since basically like I started. He's a great guy, Frank Pellegrino. He's running White Plains Comedy Club, and he also runs Lucy's Laugh Lounge in Pleasantville.
Oh, got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, so before I started working with him, and his girlfriend's a comedian, Chrissy Mayer, also amazing. I open up for her on the road, which has been like a great opportunity too, because she's awesome. So that's how I got into White Plains Comedy Club. I haven't been back there yet. They've been doing like a lot of like big headliners, which is great though.
How big is that room?
It's pretty big. I don't know how many it seats, but it's in the basement of like this fancy restaurant. So it's kind of like the party room of this fancy restaurant. But it's perfect, honestly, for comedy. It's perfect.
Cool. Yeah, it looks pretty good on what I've seen online.
Yeah.
And they're definitely getting people.
Yeah,
They're getting people in, and it's great because it's right off the Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, off by where all the bars are, and like that's where people go to party. Yeah, all that.
What
yeah,
restaurant
I
is
fucking
it?
love that bar.
It's Prime Z Prime. It's like a
Z Prime.
steakhouse.
It's a German steakhouse. Z Prime.
No, they have really good. I did a podcast there actually out in Westchester, and they gave us free food, and it was really good.
What?
So step up your game.
I was gonna say
Mangina.
we're at a train station. We're next to a nautical dolphin pizza.
Make it order a pizza. Go get a salad or something.
Damn, you got free food there?
Shit.
Yeah. So yeah, but so that's a really cool new spot that's starting up. I haven't been back. I'm gonna in November. I think I'll be back there.
Is it are you opening for someone? Are you just on a bill?
I think
What is it?
someone's doing a
A show.
they're booking together. Yeah. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so it's just, I'm trying to produce. I'm starting up a monthly at Lucy's Laugh Lounge in Pleasantville. That's the first one is this Saturday, October 26th. I don't know. When does this go out? I don't know.
That's a great question.
That's a very good question.
Okay. Well,
We have
October
so many.
26th show at Lucy's Laugh Lounge.
What time is that show?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Aren't you on the show this Saturday at the basement in Norwalk or no?
Thursday.
No. Yes. Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I didn't book it.
Wait, what?
I don't mean to do this on the podcast, but I think hold on.
This wouldn't be the first time I double booked myself. Oh Lord. This is. Oh right.
Cody needs another person.
Oh,
Cody and Bo.
I'm so sorry. I booked my own show.
Guess who's not coming to yours?
Oh, man.
Damn.
You know what's funny?
I hope
'Cause
they'll
I'm
have me
on-
next month.
We absolutely will. Don't worry about it.
See, this is something. This is a problem I have. This is. I think I double booked myself 4 times
Oh, wow.
in September. Thought I was doing good.
4 times. So every week in September, you double book.
Yeah.
You should call up Bo and Cody and be like, hey, I'm doing a show. I just started my own monthly on Saturday the 26th. You guys want to do it? Just to see what they say. Maybe you could dupe them into thinking they don't have a show.
Yeah. Right? And I'm like, hey,
gotcha.
I need people to be like, just kidding. You have your own show. I can't come, by the way.
And you hang up. Click.
Yeah. Gotta go.
Dude,
I gotta go promote.
as you were saying that, I'm like, oh, she's doing 2 shows in a night. Wild.
I
cool.
straight up this is what it's like. I don't understand numbers. I straight up confirmed that flyer through Facebook Messenger. Yeah,
Like
remember
45 minutes ago.
Remember
You need
when?
to do some more yoga.
Remember when you were like, "Oh, you have a manager," and I'm like, "I booked myself barely."
Remember that?
Remember 3 minutes ago?
Damn it! Oh my god!
It's all right, Kayla. We will get you on another show.
Is
Can I be
this-
your agent for Connecticut? How about that?
Sure.
I'll exclusively book you for Connecticut.
Get me all over.
What that means is I will exclusively book you because Nick will be like, dude, can
No,
you do
I
this?
would. She's from Mamaroneck. I'll do it for her. One person I can handle besides myself.
You can't handle
For
yourself.
Connecticut, sure.
I'm sort
trying to
of
get
can't. Yeah, you're right.
more up in Connecticut.
Why? No, I'm kidding.
It's just
great.
good, my dad thinks my name's getting out there,
You're on the Mangina dial.
I'm on the Mangina dialogues, okay?
You flew to fucking Illinois too and did stand up as well. How'd you do that?
I did.
They just reached out to you. That club looked interesting.
Is this a podcast to ask me about my career or for you to admit you're stalking me?
I'm going to take you to Aurora's and ask you out. I'm not going to break up with you. We're going to reverse the karma.
Reverse it.
Yeah.
You should leave first and run. I'll make sure he stays.
Well, I just remember you posting a photo of it.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is
that's
the creepiest
exactly why
place
I
on
do
earth.
it. No, I didn't say it was creepy. I
No,
loved
I'm
it.
saying there was like all these there's so much shit.
No, it was so cool.
It was cool, but it was a lot, and it gave me anxiety. But
It was a
still
lot.
Cool.
No, you know what gives me anxiety? That they're moving. And they're going to have to
move all that shit.
all that stuff. And I was like, I don't want to hear any more about it. I want you guys to stay right here because I can't even think about all those packages and all the dust and all the. Oh no.
Where is this?
Okay, it's in.
Greg does.
It's actually in Aurora, Illinois.
Oh, wow.
Wayne's
It's
World.
called the Comedy Shrine.
But wait a second. Isn't that? Oh yeah, I saw that actually. I did see that too.
Yeah.
Isn't
Right?
that where
It's
Wayne's
pretty
World
it's
was?
pretty
Aurora,
memorable.
Illinois.
Is that? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's where Wayne's World was supposed to take place. Is there a big donut shop there?
I don't know.
So that's a comedy club?
The Comedy Shrine, yeah, and it's literally a shrine to comedy. Like all these places have these names, but when I walked in, I was like, wow, this is a shrine to comedy. And there was everything, every comedy movie, every comedian, every comedy TV show, everything that you could think of in the past 100 years is in there, whether it's like a figurine of a character or a poster or a lunchbox or something. It's in there.
Sounds like they need our trading cards, Nick.
Yeah, they do.
They'll probably take them. There's not a blank space on the wall. There's not a blank space. It's absolutely incredible.
Where are they moving to?
Just a bigger venue.
More shit.
Similar to, I think like the Room is a bigger venue. But man, I'm like, why don't you guys just stay?
Who'd you do that show with?
This guy Mitch, who I met, he's a comic and he produces a show Fridays and Saturdays at the Comedy Shrine. And I met him when I was out in Ohio and back in June.
Did they pay for you to go out, or that was your own thing?
No. So I basically broke even on the trip. So
Worth
That's how
it?
it goes.
that's why I teach yoga.
That's why I teach yoga.
It's a losing business.
It's mostly an anger thing, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it seems like it's more anger than.
Well, I get angry that I'm not making enough money, so then I gotta go and I gotta teach it.
It's a vicious
It's
cycle.
a very vicious cycle.
I'm scared.
You should get in my head. It's not fun.
No.
How much longer you plan on living in your parents' house? Like, what's the drop dead date?
That gives me. I have a lot of anxiety, and you just gave me a little more.
It was intended.
I don't know. I just got a car so that I can. Well, I had
Sleep
a car,
in
but
your
I got
car.
like a newer car so that I could travel farther. So my money's going towards that now. The money that I had saved up to like move out, possibly, I realized that money's just going to go away like forever if I just put it into rent. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it just depends on where life takes me. This is yoga speaking, but the anxiety wants to say, I don't know.
We really need video because her
Yes.
facial expressions when she's describing things are the best.
We really should start using video.
We
cameras.
really do. I don't know why we don't. But where's
Funny
Jesse?
thing is that I was like, this is just audio,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, she texted me earlier. She's like, "Do I have to like dress up? I could be on camera." I was like, "No."
You said you're in your Lulu. What the fuck is a Lulu?
Lululemon.
Lululemon.
You teach yoga and you don't.
I just haven't heard it from a man.
Well,
You know what's funny?
Man is a loose term.
It definitely is loose. It's
I'm a little
Hey,
metro.
I guess I
loose.
should have mangina.
I'm a little metro.
I was going to wear my Lululemon pants today, but then I decided I should just wear the same pants I've been wearing for 3 days in a row anyway.
I thought you knew the fitness lingo. I thought.
Well, I was like Lulu, but like
Lululemon.
I just didn't think. I guess I should have realized. But I thought, I don't know, maybe a Lulu's a hat or something. I don't know. I'm not with the times, okay?
You're 26. What do you mean you're not with the times?
She just was giving you the benefit of the doubt that a straight man would not be wearing Lululemon pants.
Or at least wouldn't refer to it as that.
And
It's
admit
fine
it.
to
We
wear it.
all do at work. It's not just
I'm wearing
me.
my Lulu. I was like,
Not how I sound.
made me think of a moo.
Think about
Nick
my
shows
old
up
Italian
in one of
grandmother.
those fucking skirts.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's
like,
getting pretty close
shit.
to Halloween. You're just gearing up.
Yeah.
I have worn. This is really. I don't know why I'm saying this out loud, but I have worn like women's spandex, like Lulu stuff like that, and I like them a lot. Like the compression feels great.
Honestly, I wish you wouldn't have said that.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I am who I am. This is all. It's all I could be. What am I gonna say? It feels great.
It's just a matter of time.
They are comfortable.
They're very comfortable. You wear yoga pants all the time, don't you?
It actually does bum me out because I wear tights too all the time.
Lululemon.
But I don't wear them.
You wear tights to the
out.
gym. I see you.
No, I do. Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, underneath your shorts.
But I wear shorts over them, right?
Yeah.
But then
Whack.
it really bums me out that they don't make cool pattern tights or leggings, whatever you want to
for
call
men?
them, for men.
They have
So
camo,
I'm
that's about
always
it.
tempted to just go online, and I get the ads on Instagram all the time, and I'm like, fuck, I wish they made that print for dudes. And they don't, and I'm like, I'm gonna just buy the ladies' fucking tights.
I'm really understanding the title of this podcast.
Like, but
Why don't they make that for a mangina?
Yeah, exactly. You should hear who we just interviewed before you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very funny.
You need to before you leave here. You need to Google Tata towels and testy towels. No. It's not that weird. She was on Shark Tank. It's not like.
Oh, okay.
It's not what.
What is it like? Wait, tata?
Like tits.
Like tits? So
Boobs,
what is
yeah.
it, like a towel for your boobs?
It's a boob sling.
A boob sling? So a bra?
We'll show you.
Yeah.
We'll show you shortly after. Let's go back to the comedy. We were on a real fucking
Yeah.
tear here. So what do you want to do with this? Do you want to eventually? You're trying to
I
quit.
wanna be famous. Yeah.
You should just sing. Fuck comedy. So you want to be famous for real? You just literally.
That would be cool. Yeah.
You would like to be
I
a
would like
working comedian.
I would like to be a working comedian.
Got
Yeah.
you.
I want my kids to be embarrassed of me.
Same. Mine are totally. 100%.
You have
Not of
kids?
you,
How many
of
kids?
me. 2.
2. That's a good number.
That's all you need.
It's a number.
Wow, that was very.
Yeah. they're
So
fine.
So my 12-year-old is the real comedian in the family, and we're driving in the car like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe 3 months ago. I don't know. I have no track of time anymore. And he goes, "So, Dad, like, people think you're funny," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I need to meet these people."
That's funny.
And I'm like, it's a top 50 podcast, you fucking asshole. It's a lot of people I got to find.
Tell her a quick version of the whipped cream story.
No.
Come on, dude.
I don't know how to tell a quick version of that story.
We got time.
Which story? The first story or the second story?
I think the second one's better when you're on the phone and you're screaming at your child for eating the whipped cream.
So this started when I had my wisdom teeth out last year.
Okay.
Right? And like when you have your wisdom teeth out, especially as an old person, you can't eat anything. So I went out and made sure I had tons of Jell-O and like pudding. And I only like to eat Jell-O and pudding with whipped cream. So I bought a bunch of whipped creams. I go home, right? It's going to be a whipped cream orgy of Jell-O. Just me on my couch.
Perfect.
So I warn everybody, don't touch my fucking whipped cream. Like, seriously, don't touch my fucking whipped cream. Come into the house the next day. All I want is my Jell-O with whipped cream, right? I shake it. I can tell something's not right. I go to spray it on the Jell-O, and it dribbles out like a 90-year-old man's pee. And I freaked out. So I start screaming like, "Who fucking touched my whipped cream?" And I know what happened. It was my 12-year-old kid. So I call him up. He's at his grandmother's house. Right?
Oh, so you were like, this cannot wait.
No, it could not wait.
When he told me that, I was like, you took time. You called your son to yell at him.
So
This is great.
I tracked him down at his grandmother's house, and he gets on the phone, and I start yelling at him. "I told you not to touch my whipped cream. What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm sure I said fuck because I was so pissed off. And he's like, "I didn't touch your whipped cream." I'm like, "I know you touched my whipped cream. You're the only person who would take the whipped cream and spray it in your mouth." He's like, "Fine, I touched your whipped cream." And I'm like, "Don't you dare come back into this fucking house without whipped cream."
But like, didn't you have more whipped cream?
No, because both bottles, done. Killed both bottles.
Oh, you made it seem like you had like stacks on stacks of whipped
2
cream.
bottles is a good
It's a
amount.
lot of whipped cream to have in the house at any one time.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So then last night, my other kid comes down, and goes in. It's like 12 o'clock, 12:30 at night. Goes in. No, maybe it's a little earlier because I was on the phone. Bo goes into the refrigerator. I see him through the crack in the refrigerator take the whipped cream and spray it into his mouth. Right, and I'm on the phone with Bo, and I'm like, Sam, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. And I'm like, don't do that with the whipped cream. And he's like, I'm not. And then he does it again. I'm like, I can see you through the crack in the refrigerator. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I did it on a spoon. And I'm like, I just saw you. Like, you're out of your fucking mind. So I'm screaming at him. Not screaming. I'm arguing with him about how he's stealing my whipped cream. Right? And lying to my face while I'm watching him do it. Bo is on the phone. He is hysterical, cracking up on the other end because I'm having this like, what are you doing my whipped cream? No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I'm watching you. And he's like, I didn't. I'm like, I did. I'm like, hey, Bo, what's going on? He's hysterical. Like, he's dying on the other end of the phone. It's not that funny of a story. I don't know why he's
I loved it. I don't know. I think it's fucking funny.
That's
I don't know
it?
what to tell you.
There's also video.
There's video.
So the first time that it happened with my son, who
With
I called up
puppets.
and told him, don't come back into the house without whipped cream. My older son is sitting in the corner of the room videotaping the whole thing because he
good
saw it
for him.
about to go down because he knew I was getting agitated that my whipped cream was I was literally about to lose my shit.
Yeah.
And he videotaped the entire thing.
Wow.
Entire thing, all on tape.
How old are your kids? How old are they?
12 and 15.
Oh, okay. So it was the 15-year-old who got you, who recorded you.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
He's
And
smart.
it's now somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's a good
record
time.
my dad all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, they don't like it. And then they try and
Does
get
he know?
They try and
Are
get
they, like,
me
aware?
back, and I'm like, you do realize I love being on camera. Like,
That's what my son said to me about like the way my house is. It's like an L, and my Peloton is set up in a place that looks directly sort of at his room from the other side.
Okay.
And so like I'm like doing my Peloton shit and like weights and I box, so I'm like boxing it while I'm riding. And so it's
You shouldn't have said that,
It's a
'cause
scene,
that-
right? Plus, they whatever.
You're boxing while you're
and I get into
riding.
my 90s like Britney and Christina songs and
Oh
all
my
that.
God. How are you make fun of me?
So then I like sometimes see my son like watching me from across, literally in just sheer embarrassment. And like, I can't believe that's my dad. So I'm like, how come you don't ever videotape me doing that? And he was like, because the whipped cream is one thing that makes you look stupid. He's like, but if I put this on YouTube or sent it to any of my friends, I look stupid. That's my dad.
one day he'll love it.
I know. I'm like, all right, it's smart. I guess it's good thinking.
Oh, so I guess my goal in comedy is to be like you.
Yeah, I guess. I think you should reach a little higher.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you have a lot of Instagram followers.
Just a little bit. I know it. They're all bullshit.
What do you mean they're
I
all
know.
bullshit? You buy
No,
them?
If you
Oh,
get
God, no.
if you get likes, that's not bullshit.
I know. It's the whole thing. Just I don't understand it, to be honest.
Me either. I try to, and then I think I do, and then I'm like, it's not working.
But mine's been a 5-year plan. Like that took 5 years
Really?
to do that. Yeah.
You had someone helping you with it, correct? Like someone.
Oh
like-
my God, I've got so many different people that I've had help try to build it, and then like about a year and a half ago, I hired a publicist to do it, or a person to do publicity for it, and all they did was get me 20,000 Russian girls looking for husbands.
Oh, geez.
So I had to spend a ton of money getting rid of them
Getting
off of the account, which was a huge project and a pain in the ass. So now it's somewhat legit, I think.
Yeah, you gotta like balance it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand the social media stuff. They say that there's like a thing to it, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm
There
just
is a
gonna try
lot
to
of
be
things
funny.
to it. It really is. It is it's not just putting up a picture and getting a bunch of likes and being like, oh, look how popular that picture was. There's like people that know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, like
And
the timing and the right hashtags. Or then there's like the people who like have somehow figured out how to not have hashtags, but I don't know.
a lot of those are
I see that anger coming
Here
through,
it
girl.
comes.
yeah, a lot of it's
Namaste.
bullshit. There's so many places you could manipulate your social media stats.
Yeah, it's true.
Speaking of social media, we're gonna wrap this bitch up. So plug all of your shit, whatever you got.
Instagram and Twitter is at Kate Comedy, KAITKOMEDY, for both Instagram and Twitter. And then on Facebook, I think it's like Kaitlyn Murphy Comedy. I don't know.
Do you use your social media?
Who uses Facebook?
You know what?
Yeah.
I just had that conversation the other day about Facebook.
Really?
Right? Like someone said the exact same thing. Nobody uses Facebook anymore.
I mean, they do, but
And
They do,
it's
yeah.
actually now completely coming back, the whole Facebook thing, especially for people that are doing events. If you do events, you really need to lean into your events page and use that to market. Because everybody, if you talk to any professional in the world of social media engagement and stuff, they'll all tell you that right now you do need to have Facebook and you do need to be using it.
all right. So Kaitlyn Murphy Comedy on Facebook, or just Kaitlyn Murphy as my regular page.
Just find her. You'll find her in one
You'll
place. You'll find
find
her in
her.
the other.
She'll be double booking shows all the rest of this month.
Yeah, I'll be ready to cancel on you at any minute.
She'll be in an anxiety haze in Aurora, Illinois at some point again.
Yeah,
How did you do this with all the boxes?
I double booked that weekend. I was like, I gotta go to Illinois. I'm sorry, I had another gig in Long Island.
And to all the bookers out there looking to book
Oh
Kaitlyn,
no, I will. Just help me.
create
I need help.
Create
Help!
a
Somebody help.
shared calendar.
Help me, I'm stupid.
Name of your first Netflix special.
Help me, I'm stupid. I
It's actually
did
not
get,
bad.
In high school, I got voted for superlatives, constantly confused, and brunette who should be blonde.
That's a good name for your Netflix special.
Wow.
Brunette who should be blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty stupid.
I got biggest flirt.
Really?
Yeah.
I got get the fuck out of here. It's about time. It took 4 years to get rid of you. Fuck.
Get out.
Stop terrorizing
Don't
us.
come back. I'm the only guy that doesn't get invited to the reunions.
You're a liar.
I totally am.
Such a fucking loser. Anyway, Kaitlyn, thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. This was
sorry
so fun.
It was sorry to take you down bad memory lane.
Oh no, it's fine.
And you
I'm
get
so
lost, but-
over it.
I'm glad we were able to get the lights on.
Yeah, it was getting
Ooh.
dark, and we didn't know if they had lights in here yet because we've never been in here this late. So we
Oh
were
my
like,
bad.
No. We want you to show up, and it's like, oh, it's just dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
could've
Good thing. I
fucking-
would have.
we
I would
could've-
have went to the pizza place and called it a night.
We could have brought you to our Midtown Manhattan studio, which is a vacant apartment surrounded by nothing but floor-to-ceiling mirrors.
It's Greg.
Mirrors?
It's Greg's
Mirrors.
apartment.
That's your apartment,
Yeah,
but it's empty.
empty
Oh.
and chock full of mirrors.
We interviewed people, and like, this fucking,
That's pretty
just,
cool.
They invite them to this empty apartment. Has
That would
nothing
be
in the
pretty.
fridge.
There's really like mirrors everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
I
an
love mirrors.
30-foot wall of mirrors.
That's pretty cool. That would look really cool. Probably looks really big.
It
like
does.
Bigger than it
And
is.
that's
it
the whole-
definitely helps.
Definitely, there's a lot of jokes right there.
Yeah.
It's a studio apartment, so we put. It was an idea to make it all mirrors to make it look bigger.
It's pretty cool.
It does look bigger. It also looks scary as fuck.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, everything's looking at you.
Depending on who's in there.
all the time. Well, when I'm in there, it scares everybody. Shit, he's back.
All right. On that note, thank you so
Alrighty.
much.
Thank you. This
you
was
were
fun.
awesome. Play us out, Gregory.
Oh, this is.
Uneducated, unfiltered, unhinged. This is the Mangina Dialogues. We at it again.